Hi, my name is Chase Elliott, and I'm the state deer biologist for the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. I'd like to talk about a new change that's being made in the upcoming 2023 to 2024 deer hunting season this fall. Starting this season, all Iowa deer hunters will be required to report main beam length of any harvested antlered buck in the state of Iowa. Now, this is something new that we're asking hunters to do, so I'd like to take a couple minutes to demonstrate how easy it is to make this measurement, as well as explain why we're asking for this new information. Using data from a research project conducted by Iowa State University, we were able to determine that main beam length can be used to differentiate age categories of bucks in Iowa. Specifically, bucks with a less than 14-inch main beam length are 90 to 95% likely to be yearlings or 1.5-year-old bucks. On the other hand, bucks with a 14-inch or greater main beam length are 90 to 95% likely to be 2.5 years old or older. By reporting main beam length, hunters are providing our department with information we can use to estimate buck age class structure in our harvest data. Basically, we can use this information to estimate what kind of bucks and where they're being harvested in the state, as well as how that changes throughout time. So this is all to say that this new requirement is being added so we can have better information about the bucks being harvested in the state and use that information to better manage the white-tailed deer population here in Iowa. Now let's get into how to measure a main beam length of an antler. First off, the main beam length is the part of the antler that my finger's tracing. It starts at the very base of the antler, just above the burr, and extends all the way to the tip, similarly on each antler. Now we'll be asking for each antler main beam length, but we will only be asking whether the antler is above or below 14 inches. We ask that hunters don't eyeball or estimate this, but instead do take the time to confirm the measurement using something like a soft tape measure or a piece of string or twine that is then measured itself. So I will demonstrate how to do this very quickly. Again, you start at the base of the antler, and this measurement is always taken on the outside of the antler as opposed to the inside. Again, the main beam is just this one singular measurement that does not include any of the points on the antler. And you'd start at the bottom, working the tape measure across the outside of the main beam. Using your fingers and tape measure to adjust to the curve of the antler, and you'd end up with about a 12-inch measurement on this antler. Now again, whether it's 12 inches or 12.25 inches is not important, because we'll only be asking whether that antler is less than or greater than 14 inches. Now we acknowledge that a lot of harvest reporting takes place in the field where you likely wouldn't have access to a soft tape measure or something like it. And that's why we've added a 7-inch ruler on the back of our deer tags starting this year. Now it may be possible that people who buy their licenses and tags early in the season or before the season may not actually see this ruler as we're still working through old license stock at our vendors. However, there will come a point, likely partway through this hunting season, that all tags will have this ruler on them. So please be aware and feel free to use this ruler as a means to do a field measurement for your main beam length as well. I hope that you found this video helpful. Please be aware of these changes and do your best to provide accurate information so that our department can better manage the white-tailed deer population here in the state of Iowa. I wish you all a very safe and successful deer season. Thank you.